People talk a lot about media literacy, but what about cemetery signage literacy? Because at Brooklyn's Greenwood Cemetery, mine is low. They have many pathways, and some of their pathway signs are really simply titled, like Landscape Avenue, but a lot of them are not. And that's why we are going to take today to look some of them up. Starting with the arbutus path, arbutus is another name for a strawberry tree, which can look like this. Then there's Cana Path, which is named for the Cana plant, also known as the Canna lily. Then there is Circlet Path. I do not think there is a circlet plant, but a circlet can be a piece of headwear similar to a diadem. Larch Avenue is named for a tree who is both a conifer and deciduous, meaning they do lose their needles in the autumn. I think that's interesting, but it is hard to tell. Monarda Path is a plant who also goes by bee balm and horse mint. Oleaster Path is a thorny tree growing up to 35 feet tall. Its stems, buds, and leaves have a dense covering of silvery to rusty scales, and honestly, same. I did know the word sassafras, but I didn't know it looked like this, or that it was the main ingredient in traditional root beer. Syringa is another name for lilacs, and in the poem, When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed by Walt Whitman, lilacs are a reference to Abraham Lincoln. And lastly, Zephyr, which I'm not exactly sure if this is after the Zephyr lily, because it can also mean a soft, gentle breeze or a fine cotton gingham. So I do vote fabric. I really feel like we learned something together today. It may have been against our will, but I do feel like we've got to get our peasant vocabulary levels up this September.